I grew up in a Catholic or religious family, and I was extremely peaceful and happy. I found that it didn't help me being accepted into the hero group. As that time went on, I became more and more deluded about who I thought I was. So I would put on this personality that I thought that people needed to see. And my family always put it in my face as to the truth about me. And I didn't want to hear it. I had a difficulty accepting who they were. So I didn't want to be them. I got a draft notice and from Uncle Sam. In Vietnam, I didn't see action. I was in the support. You know, we were shipping supplies to the front lines, and that was a good time in my life. Surprisingly, I developed some good relationships, and I got to travel quite a bit. I went to Australia while I was there 3 times. So when I came back from Vietnam, the veterans weren't accepted with open arms. I couldn't even reconnect with my family. So I became alienated again. So I hopped on a plane and went to Australia. I put distance between myself and my family. I ended up staying 17 years. I got involved in business. I had 2 other partners. I was in the shipping business. So we became very big. You know, we had something like 13 branches in Australia and New Zealand, so that I had to travel quite a bit. In traveling, you know, it's fraught with spending a lot of time on your own. When you're on the plane, when you're in the hotel. So you're always seeking out companionship. And in 1985, we sold our New Zealand operation, which was like 8 warehouses and offices. You know, I was on top of the world. All that money in my hands was danger. And I got this very luxurious apartment on the right there overlooking the Sydney Harbor and the Sydney Opera House. Nice car, lots of money, and I had squandered that whole wealth through crazy living. Then I met a lady of the night, quite attractive, and I extended myself to spend a weekend. And that was a costly exercise, and I wrote a check that I couldn't cover, and it bounced. Then the third phone call, they said, you know, if I didn't come up with some money, they were going to break my legs. And I believed them. So my ex-partner bought me a one-way ticket back to the States. And he said, you better go home to your father. I ran. So when I came here, I mean, nobody knew that story. And it was difficult to face, and I continued to lie. I was stuck with myself. I became a lowlife. Anyway, my sister got married, so we're sitting around the living room and we're watching these videos, and there was this young teenage girl there, 18-year-old girl or something, and I'm chasing her around like, here I am, 47 years old, drunk. When I saw the video, I had this moment, this window, where I saw that I needed to change. So all those years, you know, I hadn't been quiet enough to allow myself to hear myself, you know, and I started to talk to that part of me where the spirit exists. And when I started to do that, my honesty came back.
A few days later, Domingo called us to finish his story over the phone. He said that after he returned home from his sister's that night, he went up to the roof of his house and gazed at the stars. He then had what Carl Jung once called an oceanic experience, during which a person will feel as insignificant as the next speck of stardust, yet will be fully aware of the grandeur of the universe of which he has just become a participant. Domingo understood all in a split moment: the unimportance of possessions, the meaninglessness of his life's squabbles, and the emptiness of his desires, because he now had a heartfelt yearning to become a better person. He first put his physical surroundings in order, keeping only those things he needed to make a new start. Since then, he never bought another car, another drink, or someone else's life. His loneliness was gone. Sandra and I met Domingo only after he had carried out the garbage of his mistakes, and this is the Domingo we know today, and we are good friends.